between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Mexico City Diablos and the Minnesota Vikings. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a great play, but he could not pull it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Howell. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. They'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he finds McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's Howell with another throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact really tender. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A 1st down carry for Henry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him, over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. His throw caught, right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quicker. Second down and goal. Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Diablos are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Stingley elects not to bring it out, so they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. These two teams all tied after one. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
10 cycles.
On third down, Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 46 yards on the play.
Already 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Roll 52.
Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ultra. Ready?
Again, it's Henry. And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Henry running right. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Ready. Go. 17.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Finding Knox there, complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown! Dawson Knox halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Pulls it in at the 13. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Howard. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? Punt, or PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possible, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of reward. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Howe will throw it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 40-yard line. That's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mussine. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Shy of midfield. First down there, they'll pick up the 25. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. They got his man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to air one out. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No plays coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Oh, Howell loses it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this This one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideliner. Flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Pulls it in at the 13 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got and it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He's got him in, complete, and all the way in for the touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 66 yards. And the Diablos are able to eat in just a bit to the sizable deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he goes down, but not before he gets inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. First down, Howell to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Another try after the first down sack. Howell is going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long, here's Howell. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
It's been a tough ball game long for this offensive line. Already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way.
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Slot man moves right. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off play action. It's Howell. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Diablos are able to at least get one score back. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the working with his 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, a little cool here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that.
Oh, Hal loses it, and the Vikings pick up the football. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it.
The onside kick recovered by the receiving team.
Hal throwing on first down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the ball. On the ball.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Keon Crossen. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with career touchdown number 70. And the Diablos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Completes this one to Thornton. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll give the Vikings a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua now on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Howell looking to throw again.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line able to keep the leverage, able to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
4th down, Howell, desperation time.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a short gain down to about the 33. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. On 1st down, Howell. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Powell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 25. It's Howell with another throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Howell with one final shot. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a